Kayaknya nggak
dari A
pakai
sampai E.
komputer ya, Kak?
Pakai komputer, kan sekarang kita udah canggih nih kan, jadi semuanya berbasis online. Jadi kayak UTBK, UNBK, dan sebagainya. Sekarang sistemnya teman-teman semua itu pakai UTBK. UTBK itu apa sih kepanjangannya? Sebenarnya adalah ujian tes berbasis komputer. Nah, ujian tes berbasis komputer ini berarti teman-teman nanti nggak perlu lagi tuh bawa pensil 2B lah, penghapus 2B lah, pengelingkar lah, apa segala macam. Tapi tentu nanti dibolehin aja sih kayaknya bawa untuk coret-coretan gitu kan. Apalagi teman-teman yang desain teks. Nah, nanti yang pastinya pakai komputer lah teman-teman. Jadi tinggal klik-klik aja. Semuanya berbasis online. Jadi kayak UTBK, UNBK, dan sebagainya. Sekarang sistemnya teman-teman semua itu pakai UTBK. UTBK itu apa sih kepanjangannya? Sebenarnya adalah ujian tes berbasis komputer. Nah, ujian tes berbasis komputer ini berarti teman-teman nanti nggak perlu lagi tuh bawa pensil 2B lah, penghapus 2B lah, pengelingkar ya suara gue. Wait. Ini kita sembari menunggu kakak mentor kita yang bakal hari ini sore ini kita kelas bahasa Inggris ya di zona
Iya, Kak.
English apa English nih?
English, Kak.
English bukan di English ya?
Iya, Kak, English.
Oke. Menunggu tutornya kita. How are you today? Koreksi ya kalau salah ya. Oke. Ini sudah ada 24 orang. Ini ada yang dari wilayah WIT enggak nih? Atau dari WITA gitu selain WIB?
Aku Wita, Kak.
Masya Allah WITA nih ya, berarti sekarang udah jam 5. Bener?
Iya, kurang 1 menit sih.
Wah. Masya Allah. Kita baru asar, mereka udah maghrib ya.
Iya, Kak. Jadi kalau bulan puasa itu kita cepat bukanya.
Nah, ini hati-hati ya bagi teman-teman yang di wilayah WITA pada bulan Ramadan nanti. Kalau punya teman-teman di wilayah WIB atau WIT, jangan dulu posting pas buka puasa ya, kasihan yang belum buka.
Siap, Kak, siap.
Oke. Yang gentle ini mana nih suaranya si laki-laki nih? Ada Bang Faisal, terus siapa lagi? Ada Asep. Asep nih nggak mungkin cewek kan?
Jangan-jangan yang lain tidur, Kak.
Suaranya dikeluarin dong, jangan malu-malu ya.
Hadir, Kak.
Nah, itu dia keluar sudah.
Iya, aku Kak Sarah.
Ada suara siapa itu? Oke. Ini mentor kita Kak Anisa. Anisa atau siapa?
Kak Usisa, Kak Daya.
Kak Daya, Kak Miss Daya.
Nah, for your information, guys, info buat teman-teman gitu. Jadi Kak Dayanya berhalangan untuk ngisi sore hari ini gitu, karena kondisi yang sedang kurang sehat. Nah, jadi ada nanti yang mengganti Kak Daya gitu. Jadi mohon doanya teman-teman, biar mentor-mentornya sehat, coach-coachnya sehat gitu.
Amin.
Teman-teman di kru sehat,
Amin.
teman-teman yang di sana juga sehat gitu kan. Jaga diri, jaga hati, jaga iman, jaga pandangan. Jangan jagain pacar orang. Ya.
Siap, Kak, siap.
Waduh.
Apalagi jagain jodoh orang. Nah, ini jangan ya. Kasihan. Oke.
Kak yang gantiin Kak Daya siapa?
Kak.
Heavy.
Jodohnya orang dijagain, Kak. Santai aja.
Oke. Kita sembari menunggu kakaknya untuk join.
Oh iya, nama kakaknya ini siapa, Kak? tadi.
Oke. Iya, belum perkenalan ya. Sebenarnya sudah ada sih namanya di sini, lengkap malah sebenarnya. Namanya itu lengkapnya Muhammad Jody Rawan, jadi bisa dipanggil Jo, sehari-harinya dipanggil Jo.
Hai Kak Jo.
Jadi di kru KTG hari ini saya yang tugas pikir nih gitu untuk teman-teman. Biasanya kan si Roni atau si Bang Reza, Kaika dan Umi gitu kan teman-teman yang lain. Gitu. Jadi kebetulan hari ini ketemunya sama saya.
Kak Jo.
Saya di sini ya di Palangkaraya ya di Kalimantan Tengah. Ini salam buat teman-teman yang mungkin di luar Kalimantan. Kayaknya semuanya di luar Kalimantan deh. Kecuali ada yang dari Kaltim kalau nggak salah.
Halo, wassalamualaikum.
Nah, ini Kanisa udah datang. Waalaikumsalam, Kak.
Waalaikumsalam.
Halo semuanya, apa kabarnya?
Waalaikumsalam, Kak.
I'm
Ini yang
fine.
bakal
Kak.
ngisi kelas
Assalamualaikum,
kita
Kak
pada
Anisa.
sore hari ini.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi. Halo.
Masya Allah, kakaknya cantik banget.
Masya Allah, terima kasih.
On cam dong, guys. Ini kakaknya on cam, masa kalian enggak sih?
Waduh. Bentar.
Saling
Teman-teman boleh
bertegur
dinyalakan
sapa.
kameranya. Ini aku langsung mulai aja ya.
Iya, Kak.
Iya, Kak, mulai, Kak.
Udah excited banget nih, Kak.
Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone. It's a really good chance to finally meet you. Let me introduce myself.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Nisa, or you can call me Kak Nisa atau Miss Nisa. Kak Nisa kali ya, karena kayaknya umurnya nggak beda jauh. Kalian lahiran tahun berapa sih?
2002.
2002. Beda sedikit sama aku ya, insya Allah. Aku 96, jadi boleh dipanggil Kak Nisa aja ya. Okay, so class, today we're going to have a discussion about English. Hari ini kita akan belajar bahasa Inggris. Kalian di sini semuanya berarti persiapan buat SBM ya?
Siap, iya Kak.
Buat SBM, oke. Soalnya udah dapat semua?
Ya. Sudah, Kak.
Udah, Kak. Sudah dapat, Kak.
Oke, sambil aku share screen. Aku bisa share screen nggak ya, admin? Admin?
Sudah bisa, Kak.
Sudah bisa ya. Starting share screen will stop the other participants' computer sound share. Okay. This is the test. Ini contoh tesnya atau soalnya. Insya Allah hari ini kita akan membahas tentang comprehending main ideas, relate paragraph, defining the topic, and also defining the purpose. Yang pertama ini yang paling common di teks. Jadi kalau misalnya kalian ujian SBMPTN, meskipun aku nggak pernah ikut SBMPTN, tapi kalau di teks ditanyakan main ideas, biasanya ini yang paling mudah menentukannya. Terus yang kedua nanti kita akan bahas tentang relate paragraph. Relate paragraph ini tentang supporting details. Jadi dalam satu teks atau satu passage itu ada main ideas dan juga ada supporting details-nya. Hal-hal yang mensupport main ideas. Itu yang kedua. Kemudian yang ketiga, defining the topic. Nah, defining the topic sama comprehend the main ideas ini mirip-mirip nih. Jadi nanti kita akan bahas bareng juga. And the last one, but not least, we will define the purpose. Jadi every text, setiap teks itu pasti punya tujuannya masing-masing. Jadi nanti kita akan bahas juga on how to choose the purpose of each text. Oke, aku share lagi video yang pertama. Guys, kalau sinyalku kurang baik, tolong beritahu ya. Here we go.
Oke, siap.
Oke, Kak.
Delay ya suaranya ya? Tunggu sebentar ya guys. Kayaknya sinyalnya kurang bagus nih. Everyone, can you see the screen I'm sharing to you? Bisa lihat screen yang aku share?
Bisa.
Yes, I
Udah
can.
bisa ya?
Yes, I can.
Thank you for the response. Okay, so guys, here we go. We're going to discuss about on how to decide the topics and also the main ideas. Ini bagaimana cara kita menentukan topik dan juga main idea atau ide utama dari sebuah teks.
Hey guys, welcome to this Memetrics video of our topics and main ideas. A topic is the word or phrase that everything in a text refers back to. See if you can guess the topic of these pictures.
Okay, the first definition, topic or word or phrase that everything refers back to. Jadi kalau ditanya topik dari sebuah teks itu apa, adalah sebuah kata atau frasa yang pasti nanti ujung-ujungnya dari sebuah teks tersebut yang sering muncul adalah kata ini. Entah dalam kata tersebut atau dalam kata ganti. Pasti dia nanti refers back to that word. Okay, let's continue.
The topic is baseball. Now let's look.
Oke, ini contoh gambarannya ya. Di sini ada 3 gambar. Di sini ada 3 gambar. Tadi harusnya nggak usah ada baseballnya dulu. Nah, dari tadi 3 gambar ini, kita udah tahu kan pasti gambar-gambar ini merujuknya kemana?
Baseball.
Baseball.
Ke baseball, betul.
For the topic in a text. Music can be an effective study tool. Some people say that music helps them to relax and to focus better. People listen to music for many other reasons as well. Music has been proven to produce serotonin, one of the so-called happiness
Okay,
hormones.
the second text. Teks yang kedua. Di sini ada sebuah teks, aku bacakan. Music can be an effective study tool. Some people say that music helps them to relax and to focus better. People listen to music for many other reasons as well. Music has been proven to produce serotonin, one of the so-called happiness hormones. Nah, kalau kita lihat di sini, kata apa yang paling sering muncul?
Music.
Music ya. Nah, kalau ditanya topiknya apa, berarti topiknya adalah
Music.
music. Okay.
The topic is music. A helpful way to identify the topic is to look for repeated words or phrases. The word music in this case was repeated in each sentence. The word may not be repeated in every sentence, but oftentimes there will be a pronoun that points us back to the topic. For instance, I like to listen to music when I study. Music calms me down. It helps me to focus.
Oke, lihat ke sini lagi. Nggak perlu kata-katanya atau kata musiknya yang sering muncul di dalam sebuah teks tersebut, tapi bisa berupa kata ganti, bisa berupa pronoun seperti ini. I like to listen to music when I study. Music calms me down. It helps me to focus. Nah, it di sini refers to the word
Music.
Okay.
The first two
Music.
sentences identify the topic, music, and the last sentence uses the pronoun it to refer back to the topic. Some paragraphs, however, are not as blatant. Some can be more tricky. Sometimes an author will use different words for the same thing. If you are studying for test day, Mometrics is the best way. This company specializes in preparing study material that help equip you with the knowledge you need and helping prevent test anxiety. Millions of students have used this resource to help them succeed on their
Oke, kalau
exams.
tadi kita sudah lihat teks yang music, kita sudah paham ya bahwa topiknya adalah music karena music yang paling sering muncul di dalam teks tersebut. Nah, ada beberapa penulis yang dia cukup tricky, jadi dia nggak sebutkan kata-kata yang sering muncul sebagai topik. Tapi contohnya seperti ini. Sinyalku nggak nge-lag kan ya?
Enggak, Kak.
Contohnya seperti ini. If you are studying for test day, Mometrics is the best way. This company specializes in preparing study material that helps equip you with the knowledge you need and helping prevent test anxiety. Millions of students have used this resource to help them succeed on their exams. Nah, coba kita analisa bersama. Di sini, menurut kalian topiknya apa?
Mometrics.
Mometrics. What is Mometrics?
The best
Mometrics
way for studying.
Yes.
The best way
Mometrics.
for study ya.
Oke. Di sini Mometrics hanya muncul satu kali dalam sebuah paragraf ini, betul?
Betul.
Tapi dia menggunakan kata ganti lain yang merujuk ke Mometrics. Contohnya apa? Lihat di kalimat berikutnya. This company. Nah, this company here refers to Mometrics. Ya kan? Oke, kemudian kita lihat kalimat selanjutnya. Millions of students have used this resource. Nah, this resource ini refers juga ke Mometrics. Jadi sebenarnya dalam 3 kalimat ini kita udah tahu nih bahwa topiknya adalah Mometrics. Karena di sini ada kata ganti this company refers to Mometrics and also this resource yang refers to Mometrics juga.
The topic is Mometrics. Even though the word is only stated once, the topic is repeated, but a different word is used to refer to the same thing. Once we've found the topic of the paragraph, we can then find the main idea. This may be a helpful way to help you identify the main idea. Topic plus main point about the topic equals main idea.
Kalau tadi kita bahas tentang topik, which is the easiest part of the text, setelah ini kita akan bahas tentang main idea. Kalau main idea tadi ada formulanya ya. Topic plus main point about the topic sama dengan
Main idea.
main idea. Kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia, main idea itu apa sih?
Gagasan utama.
Gagasan utama. Ide pokok. Biasanya letaknya ada di mana tuh?
Awal atau akhir.
Biasanya di awal kalimat ya, atau di akhir kalimat. Tapi sebenarnya nggak tentu. Kita lihat lagi.
Music can be an effective study tool. Some people say that it helps them to relax and to better focus on what they're learning. Some studies show that many students actually perform better when they listen to artists like Beethoven and Mozart while studying.
Oke, ya ketahuan deh. Tunggu sebentar ya, aku mundurin dikit. Okay, so guys, from this paragraph, which one is the main idea of this text?
Music can be effective study tool.
Kalimat awal.
Yang mana?
Music
sentence.
can be an effective study tool.
Yes, music can be an effective study tool. Nah, ini adalah main idenya. Dari mana taunya? Karena kalimat-kalimat setelahnya merupakan supporting details yang menjelaskan tentang main idea. Di sini dijelaskan. Some people say that it helps them to relax and to better focus on what they are learning. Nah, ini merupakan reason dari main idenya. Kenapa sih music disebut sebagai effective study tool? Karena ternyata di sini ada evidence-nya, ada buktinya. Some people say that it helps them to relax and to better to focus on what they are learning. Terus disupport lagi sama ada yang belum di-mute suaranya, boleh di-mute dulu.
Ada.
Oke, kemudian disupport lagi sama kalimat berikutnya. Some studies show that many students actually perform better when they listen to artists, bla bla bla. Nah, kalimat yang terakhir ini juga termasuk supporting detail yang mensupport si main idea. Music can be an effective study tool. Oke, kita lanjutkan ya.
Like Beethoven and Mozart while studying. The topic is music. The main point about the topic, music can be an effective study tool. Notice that topics are expressed as words or phrases, but main ideas are expressed in sentences.
Okay, don't forget about this one. Topic itu a word. Kalau main idea itu a sentence.
Physical activity provides innumerable benefits. Consistent exercise alleviates symptoms of depression. Studies show that consistent exercise results in not only less time to fall asleep in sounder sleep cycles, but also less daytime drowsiness. Additionally, an improved cardiovascular system and increased endorphins stimulate the mind for more creative thoughts to flow.
Everyone, from this text, which one is the main idea? Dari teks ini yang mana yang merupakan gagasan utamanya? Guys, are you there?
Iya.
Oke,
Ya,
dari teks ini yang mana yang merupakan main idea?
Physical activity provide
Physical activity
provide.
Oke, good. Nah, yang merupakan main idenya itu ada di kalimat utama. Physical activity provides innumerable benefits. Nah, di sini yang menjadi gagasan utamanya di kalimat utama ya, guys. Nah, yang setelahnya itu adalah supporting details-nya. Oke, kita lanjut.
The topic is physical activity. The main idea is physical activity provides innumerable benefits. In many paragraphs, the first sentence states the main idea. When the author states the main idea, it's called an explicit main idea. But the main idea is not always in the first sentence.
Oke, kalau tadi berarti udah ada clue-nya tuh. Main idea itu nggak selalu letaknya di awal kalimat. Sekarang kita punya paragraf kedua. It's a bird, it's a plane. It's just a leaf. What does that mean? It's autumn. Autumn or fall marks the transition from summer to winter. There are several different ways to recognize this transition without looking at the calendar. For instance, if the leaves start to change colors and fall off, this is a good marker that it is autumn. The temperature in many parts of the world will also start to drop. Okay, so from this paragraph, from this text, which one is the main idea? Gak mungkin kan main idenya, it's a bird, it's a plane. It's just a leaf. Mungkin gak?
Enggak.
Bukan ya, berarti which one is the main idea?
The transition from summer to winter. Marks the transition from summer to winter.
Yes, you're right. Kita ambil dari awalnya ya. Autumn or fall marks the transition from summer to winter. Dari mana taunya bahwa ini main idenya? Lihat di kalimat berikutnya. There are several different ways to recognize this transition without looking at the calendar. Ternyata di kalimat berikutnya dia membicarakan tentang transitionnya. Which is di kalimat sebelumnya, dia main idenya memang sudah membahas tentang transition. Nah, dijelaskan lagi di kalimat-kalimat setelahnya. Berarti main idenya adalah autumn sampai summer to winter. Okay, let's continue.
Bird. It's a plane. It's just a leaf. What does that mean? It's autumn. Autumn or fall marks the transition from summer to winter. There are several different ways to recognize this transition without looking at the calendar. For instance, if the leaves start to change colors and fall off, this is a good marker that it is autumn. The temperature in many parts of the world will also start to drop. In this paragraph, the first sentence is not the main idea. So let's look at the topic. We know that the topic is autumn because it is repeated and everything is referring back to it. Autumn or fall marks the transition from summer to winter is the main idea. This sentence includes the topic and it also makes a main point about the topic. It may seem a little silly that the sentence that states the main idea is called the topic sentence, but that's just the way it is. Always remember to find the main idea, figure out the topic first.
So that's a good note, everyone. Before you decide the main idea, please decide the topic. Sebelum menentukan main idenya, jadi kalian harus pastikan kalian sudah ketemu dulu sama topiknya. Karena biasanya kalau untuk di tes SBM mungkin jarang ya ditanyakan topik ya, tapi langsung ke main idenya. Jadi pastikan kalian ketemu topiknya dulu, karena dari topik itu kalian baru bisa dapat main idea. Main idea.
Then look for a sentence that states a main point about the topic, like the formula I gave you earlier. Topic plus main point about the topic equals main idea. I hope this was helpful. For further help, be sure to subscribe.
So everyone, now let's open the test. Sekarang kita buka tes yang sudah kalian pegang. Oke, kita lihat dulu ya dari ke-10 soal ini. Nomor berapa aja yang menanyakan tentang main idea? Nomor 1 tentang purpose. Nomor 2 tentang relative paragraphs. Nomor 2 masih relative paragraphs. Nah, nomor 4. Berarti kita bisa mulai dari nomor 4. Gak apa-apa ngacak ya, Nak? Nak, guys.
Iya, gak apa-apa,
Ngajar anak kecil. Oke.
Gak apa-apa, Kak.
Kita mulai dari nomor 4. Aku beri waktu 2 menit untuk membaca soalnya, cukup?
Ya, cukup, Kak.
Oke, yuk. Dibaca dulu soalnya masing-masing.
Aku 2 menit.
Anisa, Mariandini. Bentar. Aduh, tepung dulu. Ini dituang.
Aku izin mute suaranya ya.
Indonesia demokrasi is.
Oke, sudah selesai membaca teksnya?
Kan jawabannya C, kataku sih C, Kak. Indonesia demokrasi is.
Oke, siapa saja yang sudah selesai membaca teksnya?
May.
Oke, sekarang kita lihat ya. Dari teks tersebut, kira-kira topiknya apa?
C. Indonesia demokrasi.
No, not the primary idea, but the
Demokrasi.
Demokrasi.
topiknya adalah democracy. Yes, topiknya adalah democracy. Nah, dari paragraf pertama sampai paragraf terakhir itu kan dia urut ya. Kira-kira tuh ngomongin tentang apa sih?
Sejarah demokrasi.
Sejarah.
Sejarah demokrasi.
Berarti
Story demokrasi.
kalau sejarah berarti tentang the development. Development itu apa?
Perkembangan.
Perkembangan.
Berarti primary idea of the passage, primary idea dari teks ini adalah
Indonesia.
The development in Indonesia.
Yes, berarti teks ini main idenya adalah tentang the development of the democracy in Indonesia. Oke. Kita lihat lagi yang ada pertanyaan main idenya di nomor berapa ya? Oke, tadi nomor 4 udah, sekarang kita ke nomor 6. Oke, nomor 6 juga bertanya tentang the main idea of the text. Seperti yang tadi, aku beri waktu 2 menit untuk membaca teksnya terlebih dahulu.
Kak, kurang ke atasan, Kak Anu.
Sudah terlihat belum?
Sudah, Kak, sudah.
Sudah ya.
Yang C bukan, Kak?
Yang C, Kak.
Jadi lebih mudah menentukannya ya. Oke, topiknya apa?
Merapi eruption.
Yes.
Merapi eruption.
Betul sekali. Topiknya adalah Mount Merapi's eruption.
Iya.
Nah, udah ketemu nih Mount Merapi's eruption. Tinggal kita lihat aja nih paragraf-paragraf lainnya. Dia berbicara tentang ternyata macam-macam ya. Bukan hanya rehabilitation-nya aja, bukan hanya reconstruction-nya aja. Ternyata dia bahas banyak hal yang merupakan impact dari
Merapi eruption.
Betul. Berarti jawabannya yang
Yang C.
betul. The impact of Mount Merapi's eruption. Oke, kita lihat lagi. Ada lagi kah yang menanyakan main idea? Nggak ada ya main idea ya? Udah cukup ya berarti? Oh, nomor 10. Nomor 10 bertanya tentang topik. Seperti yang tadi ya, aku beri waktu 2 menit. Silakan dibaca teksnya.
Manic depressive illness.
Langsung ketemu ya. Jadi,
Ya, the mood.
Oke, jadi guys, tips and triknya saat kalian membaca teks, kemudian yang ditanya adalah topik, kalian nggak perlu baca the whole text or the whole passage, nggak perlu baca semuanya. Kalian cukup scanning aja, cukup scanning terus kalian lihat, terus kalian lihat words yang sering banget muncul itu apa. Nah, itu dia topiknya. Kalau di sini yang sering muncul itu sebenarnya boleh di-mute dulu itu siapa ya? Oke, sebenarnya kalau di teks ini yang sering muncul itu bipolar disorder. Tapi karena di sini dia punya nama lain, which is manic depressive illness, berarti topiknya adalah tentang
Manic depressive illness.
yes, manic depressive illness. Ini kayaknya ada yang typo deh, mistype. Oke, itu tentang topik dan juga main idea. Sekarang kita akan lanjut ke purpose. Oke, aku akan putarkan video tentang how to decide the purpose of the text. Tunggu sebentar ya. Can you see the screen I'm sharing to you?
Yes, Miss.
Okay.
Yes, Miss.
Ever had this feeling you've just finished reading something, you understood everything, but it's like something is missing? Well, maybe something is missing unless you detected the author's purpose, point of view, and tone. They're just beneath the surface, but if you pay attention, they're there. So stick around and let's take a look at the author's purpose first. Hi, welcome to Snap Language. Mark Franco here. This is one in a series of videos where we'll look at elements in the text we need to identify and interpret, the author's purpose, point of view, and tone. Make sure you subscribe to Snap Language so you won't miss any of our videos. These elements of writing affect
Tunggu sebentar ya guys.
and how the writer says it as the and tone. Make sure you subscribe to Snap Language so you won't miss any of our videos. These elements of writing affect what the writer actually says and how the writer says it. As the reader, detecting these elements helps you go deeper beyond simply understanding main ideas and supporting details. First, let's talk about the author's purpose. We don't write just because we can. Writing has a purpose. For example, if you write an email to Mary, a close friend you haven't seen in a long time, your purpose probably is to inform her about what's been going on in your life. When your purpose is to inform, your goal is to teach, explain, clarify, share information, elaborate on a topic.
Okay, so everyone, that's one of the types of the purpose from the text adalah to inform. Salah satu tujuan dari sebuah teks adalah to inform. Nah, to inform ini berarti kalau dijabarkan dia bisa teach, explain, clarify, share information, or elaborate about a topic.
Share information, elaborate on a topic. Now, your friend Mary receives that information. She's the reader now. She realizes that you're sharing all this information, so Mary's goal is to learn it. You often read informative passages in textbooks, newspapers, journal articles, and so on.
Oke, biasanya teks yang tujuan dari teksnya adalah to inform adalah teks-teks yang ada di layar ini ya. Ada textbooks, newspapers, journal articles, brochures, encyclopedias, atau instructions. Ini sources of the informative materials-nya. Sumber dari teks-teks yang biasanya tujuannya adalah to inform.
Inform.
When you detect a passage is informative, your main goal as the reader is to learn the information. For that, you need to pay attention to any definitions, explanations, illustrations, examples.
Oke, nah biasanya teksnya kalau tujuannya to inform, berarti dia akan highlights atau akan menjelaskan tentang definitions of something, explanations of something, illustrations, or even examples.
And so on. Now, let's say in your message, you tell Mary you just got a new job selling vitamins. You tell Mary how important it is to supplement your diet with vitamins. You tell her these vitamins are the best on the market. Sneaky. You want to persuade Mary to do something. Now your purpose is to persuade. You use information not simply to inform, but to convince people to change their opinion, to change their point of view, or to change their behavior.
Tipe yang kedua atau jenis yang kedua adalah persuade. Nah, persuade ini adalah tujuannya menggunakan informasi tersebut to convince people to change their opinion. Untuk meyakinkan orang nih, atau untuk mengajak orang biasanya persuade. Contoh jenis teksnya ada yang tahu nggak biasanya kalau persuade itu apa?
Ada motivasi nggak, Pak?
Iya, yang seperti brosur yang tadi, atau apa lagi tuh?
Iklan, Kak.
Iklan, nah dia biasanya to persuade, untuk mempengaruhi, untuk mengajak, untuk meyakinkan, untuk biar seseorang atau readers-nya tuh mengubah sudut pandangnya, mengubah kebiasaannya, atau mengubah pendapatnya. Nah ini biasanya teksnya namanya, tujuannya adalah persuade, to persuade.
Their point of view, or to change their behavior. When writers write to persuade, they use the information to create a logical argument. They want you to reach their conclusion by the time you finish reading. As the reader, when you detect persuasion, your job is to determine and evaluate the argument. Before you allow someone to change your belief, you want to make sure that they have a solid argument. You don't want to be convinced of something that's based on misinformation or bad logic. You'll find persuasive passages in newspaper editorials, political speeches, advertisements, passages about controversial topics, and so forth.
Sources atau sumber-sumber dari persuasive materials-nya, dari teks-teks yang berbau persuasif. Ada newspaper editorials, biasanya kalau kalian suka baca di Jakarta Post, portal di Jakarta Post itu ada nanti bagian editorial. Nah, itu tuh biasanya teks-teks yang persuasif, yang sifatnya mengajak, meminta kita untuk mengubah sudut pandang kita, meminta kita untuk punya pandangan lain atau punya argumen lain tentang sebuah hal. Kemudian sumber yang kedua ada political speeches. Ini udah pasti persuasif, berbau political. Kemudian ada advertisement, ada passages about controversial topics, atau book reviews, sermons, opinion, editorials.
Hey, so you can write to inform, persuade, and entertain. This is The Namesake, a novel about a couple that immigrated to the United States. They had children here, went through cultural shock. The writer wrote this to entertain. When writers write to entertain, their goal is to tell a story or tell a joke.
Entertain, ini adalah jenis yang ketiga, to entertain. Dari katanya aja udah pasti untuk menghibur ya, berarti teksnya tell a story or a
joke.
Joke.
They present information, but their main goal is not necessarily to teach or to try to persuade you of anything. It's just something for you to appreciate, like reading
Oke,
poems
teksnya
too.
udah pasti not to inform you about something atau to persuade you to do something, tapi it's just for you, something for you to appreciate.
When you detect the purpose is to entertain, you need to pay attention to literary devices such as the characters, the plot, the use of figurative language, what the message is, or the moral of the story, and so on. Sometimes when you read a novel or a poem, you may learn something about the world. The author may even have a message on a controversial topic. But the main purpose is not really to inform or persuade. The primary purpose is still to entertain. There's a fourth purpose that people don't often
Berarti
talk about
kalau
because it
yang
can be
ketiga itu, yang entertain, biasanya source of materials-nya apa? Sumber-sumber teksnya itu apa? Yang tadi disebutkan ya, bisa novel, bisa poem. Oke.
lumped together with one of the others. Writers sometimes write simply to share insights or feelings on a topic. The writer's goal is to share their thoughts. They have ideas about something and they want to share them with the
This is the
world.
fourth type, which is share insights or feelings. And the purpose is to share thoughts, ideas, and also feelings. Berarti ini tujuannya dari teks tersebut adalah to share insights or feelings. Biasanya opinions, pendapat.
You see that in blogs very frequently. It's an intellectual
Oke,
exercise without trying.
Karena to share thoughts or opinions, otomatis sources of materials-nya itu dia lebih personal. Bisa blogs, bisa diaries, bisa poetry, atau letters.
Trying to teach or persuade you. You could then argue that this purpose is to entertain, which is fine, but you may hear about it, so just saying. I'm just letting you know. I want you to know about it. But there's more than just the purpose. That's for the next video. For now, look in the descriptions
Okay, so
under
everyone,
this.
that's about the purpose. Sekarang mari kita sama-sama lihat tesnya kembali. Oke, aku share screen ya. Oke, sekarang kita lihat dari atas lagi. Mari kita temukan pertanyaan tentang purpose. Okay, number 1. I think this is the longest text. Kita baca 2 menit, cukup ya?
Cukup, Kak.
Cukup, Kak.
Yeah, let's get started. Finish? Udah tahu kira-kira apa purpose of this text?
B.
D. Profit expel of
Which one?
verbal. D.
Purpose-nya ini ada di main idea dari teksnya.
Define verbal communication.
Betul sekali. Gampang ya. Non-verbal communication is defined as communication between people by means other than speech. Nah, di sini kan teksnya bahas tentang non-verbal communication, komunikasi non-verbal. Artinya dia bukan berasal dari verbal, dari ucapan. Nah, di sini kalian bisa langsung lihat nih. Tadi kan berarti udah lumayan gampang ya nentuin main idea ya. Berarti langsung aja dilihat dari main idea-nya ini apa sih purpose-nya. Nah, di sini bahkan ada katanya ya, is defined, digambarkan sebagai communication between people by means other than speech. Nah, berarti berarti kalimat-kalimat selanjutnya itu supporting details dari main idea-nya. Berarti the purpose of this text is to
Define non-verbal communication.
Betul, define non-verbal communication. Okay, number 1 done. Let's go to the next number. Yang bahas tentang purpose juga ada di nomor nomor 5. Number 5. Ini tadi teksnya udah dibaca ya, tapi aku kasih waktu lagi deh buat membaca kembali untuk menentukan purpose-nya.
Yang C nggak, Pak?
Yang mana? Which one?
C.
To define? Are you sure? Tadi main idea-nya tentang apa?
Pengembangan demokrasi.
Betul, tentang the development of democracy in Indonesia. Berarti tujuannya? Review. Dia tadi ada yang bilang juga kan, ini kayaknya sejarah deh Kak, sejarah demokrasi. Berarti udah jelas tujuan dari teks ini adalah to review the development of democracy in Indonesia. Berarti jawabannya yang
D.
Yang D. Good. Oke, kita lihat lagi. Ada lagi kah yang menanyakan purpose? Oh, number 7. I give you 2 minutes to read the text first.
Agak bawaan dikit kan mulai jawabannya.
To inform, ya Kak.
On inform.
Mudah ya. Kita bisa lihat di sini. Ini benar-benar life journey-nya Obama. Ada dari lihat di sini. Ada mulai dari waktunya juga dia seperti urut ya. Berarti the purpose of the passage above is to
Inform
The readers about Obama life journey.
Betul, to inform the readers about Obama's life journey. Kalau jawabannya yang C tepat nggak?
Lebih ke mendeskripsikan kalau itu.
Betul, mendeskripsikan physicalnya ya, Obamanya ya, kalau yang C ya. Oke, berarti jawabannya nomor 7 adalah to inform the readers about Obama's life journey. Sorry. Bentar ya. Okay, let's read the text number 8.
Dia, Kak.
Which one?
D.
Coba dibaca lagi.
D.
C, Kak. The lift of
Jawabnya yang how it survive in the wild habitat atau yang C?
C.
Which one is more appropriate? Yang B or C? Ini kita diskusi ya guys, karena aku nggak punya
C.
jawaban pastinya.
C, Kak.
Ada yang jawab B?
C, saya C.
B bisa juga sih, Kak. Bingung, Kak.
B bisa
betul
juga, tapi nggak
Iya.
semuanya tentang wild habitat ya.
Iya. Yang
Berarti
C, Kak.
jawabnya yang
C.
the life of
Peregrine
Peregrine
and
Scarlet. Okay, so the answer is C. Oke, itu tadi dia tentang purpose. Ada yang ingin bertanya sejauh ini tentang main idea, topic, and also purpose? Atau
Aku
sudah
mau nanya
cukup
yang
jelas?
purpose sih, Kak.
Iya, apa itu?
Gimana caranya biar, gimana ya, lebih ke spesifik jawabannya gitu.
Oh, spesifik jawabannya seperti yang tadi tuh. Rata-rata purpose-nya itu ada di main idea-nya. Jadi, berarti sebenarnya dalam satu teks itu kita urut menentukannya. Topiknya apa ya? Oh, main idea-nya ketemu nih. Nah, purpose-nya pasti ketemu. Gitu ya. Jadi
Oke,
coba
makasih,
dilihat
Kak.
dulu main idea-nya yang mana. Oke, ada lagi yang ingin bertanya? Oh ya guys, nanti pada saat tes, sebenarnya kalian nggak perlu baca semua teksnya. Jadi kalian lihat dulu pertanyaannya apa, baru dibaca teksnya. Kalau kalian baca teksnya dulu, itu wasting time banget. Karena teksnya itu pasti panjang-panjang kayak gini kan. Nah biasanya kalau sendiri itu pasti lebih banyak ragunya daripada yakinnya.
Iya, bener, Kak.
Kalau bareng-bareng kayak gini kan bisa diskusi, bisa tahu opini dari orang lain, bisa oh iya ternyata tervalidasi nih apa yang aku pikirkan. Kalau bareng-bareng kan gitu kan. Nah, kalau sendiri biasanya lebih banyak ragunya, jadi lihat dulu pertanyaannya baru go to the text. Oke, selanjutnya kita akan bahas tentang related paragraph. Jadi banyak juga nih di sini pertanyaan tentang paragraf sebelumnya relate atau enggak, nyambung atau enggak dengan paragraf sesudahnya, terus apa yang menyambungkan itu. Nah, kita akan bahas tentang supporting details. Oke. Sebentar aku cek dulu ya. Okay, can you see the screen I'm sharing to you?
Bisa, Kak.
Bisa terlihat screen yang aku share?
Bisa, Kak.
Kak.
Oke, kita perhatikan ya.
Supporting details are reasons, examples, facts, steps, or other kinds of evidence that explain a main idea. Look at the following cartoon. In the cartoon, the main idea is that reading the morning paper is bad for the man's health. The supporting reasons are that the political news raises his blood pressure, the business report makes him depressed, and the sports page makes him mad. Now take a look at the following paragraph. 8 million more women than men are of voting age, and more women than men vote in U.S. national elections. However, men greatly outnumber women in political office. Since 1789, over 1,800 men have served in the U.S. Senate, but only 30 women have served. Women are underrepresented in U.S. politics for a number of reasons. First, women are still underrepresented in law and business, the careers from which most politicians emerge. In addition, most women find that the irregular hours kept by those who run for office are incompatible with their role as mother. Fathers, in contrast, whose ordinary roles are more likely to take them away from home, are less likely to feel this conflict. Last, preferring to hold on to their positions of power, men have been reluctant to incorporate women into centers of decision-making or to present them as viable candidates.
Okay, so everyone, from this long text, which one is the main idea of this text? Main idea dari teks ini yang mana?
Yang ini bukan kayak egg million.
X million.
8 million?
Women are still
More
underrepresented.
women.
Not that one.
Woman.
Itu masih keterangan tuh awal-awal tuh. Which one is the main idea? Main idea ini menjelaskan. Setelah main idea ini ada penjelasan nih. Pertama,
Nasional.
kedua, selanjutnya. Yang mana berarti?
National election.
Women are
Women are underrepresented in U.S. politics for a number of
Reasons.
reasons.
Sure.
Itu main idenya. Karena lihat deh, setelah kalimat tersebut, itu dijelaskan tuh, reasons kenapa sih women ini jumlahnya lebih sedikit nih di US politics. Nah, dijelaskan ada first-nya, ada in addition sebagai tambahan, kemudian ada lagi last yang terakhir. Berarti teks ini keseluruhan membahas tentang reasons. Betul? Alasan-alasannya.
The main idea is women are underrepresented in U.S. politics for a number of reasons. Take a minute to see if you can pick out the 3 reasons that are given to support this main idea. There are 3 reasons that support the main idea. Notice that each is marked by words that signal major details. These words, also known as addition words, are first, in addition, and last. Looking for addition words such as these can help you find supporting details for a main idea. Here are some common addition words. 1, for one thing, in addition, first of all, another, last, second, also, finally.
So guys, ini ada contoh dari addition words, penambahan-penambahan untuk supporting details. Ada one, for one thing, in addition, first of all, another, last, second, also, finally. Nah, biasanya kalau udah ada kata-kata ini, kita bisa tahu bahwa, oh ini dia supporting detailsnya. Berarti misalnya kita ketemu nih sama first, bla 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 bla, terus kita mengira, ini nih main idenya. Nah, lihat dulu kalimat sebelumnya. Kenapa dia bisa ada first, bisa ada in addition, bisa ada last? Berarti sebelumnya dia menerangkan main idenya. Oke?
Addition words will often help when you study a paragraph by outlining it. Here is a quick review of outlining. An outline helps you understand and see clearly the relationship between a main idea and its supporting details. Outlines start with a main idea followed by a numbered list of supporting details. Here is an outline of the paragraph about women. The main idea is that women are underrepresented in U.S. politics. The first reason is that women are still underrepresented in law and business, the usual starting place for politicians. The second reason is that a politician's hours are incompatible with the role of a mother. The third reason is that men have been reluctant to give women power. Now let's look at a helpful outlining tip. Here are some common list words that tell you a list of details is coming. Several kinds of, various causes, a few reasons, a number of effects, a series of, 3 factors, 4 steps, among the results, several advantages. In the paragraph on women we've already looked at, you'll note that list words were used that signal the main idea. Women are underrepresented in U.S. politics for a number of reasons. Once we saw a number of reasons, we could guess that a list of supporting reasons was about to follow. In addition to using outlines, you can also use maps to show the relationship between a main idea and its supporting details. Maps or diagrams are highly visual outlines in which circles, boxes, or other shapes show the relationship between a main idea and its supporting details. Here is a paragraph we considered in the first chapter. People lie for different reasons. One common reason is to avoid hurting someone's feelings. For example, a friend might ask, "Do you like my new haircut?" If you think it's ugly, you might still answer something like, "I really do." Another common reason for lying is to avoid a fight. Say a friend angers you and then asks, "Are you upset with me?" You might answer no to avoid an argument. People also lie so that they'll fit in, as when you listen to a boring person and politely say, "That's so interesting." Finally, people lie to avoid spending more time with someone. For instance, you might lie, "I have to go now." Here is a map of this passage. You'll see how it sets off the major
Dari teks yang barusan, ternyata lebih mudah lagi untuk membuat supporting details atau menentukan supporting details by drawing a maps like this. Nah, di sini ada poinnya atau main idenya, people lie for different reasons. Nah, kita breakdown lagi, ternyata ada yang pertama, to avoid hurt feelings, to avoid fight, to fit in, to avoid spending time with someone.
Details in a very visual way. The point is that people lie for different reasons: to avoid hurting feelings, to avoid a fight, to fit in, and to avoid spending time with someone. To summarize, then, a skilled reader is one who looks for the main idea or point of a selection as well as the support for that main idea. Ask yourself, what is the point of a selection, as well as what support is offered for the point? Then use outlining and mapping as ways to set off clearly the main idea and its support. The very act of outlining or mapping helps you deepen your understanding of a selection.
Okay, so that's about supporting details. Sekarang kita menuju ke related paragraph. Kita buka kembali teksnya. Guys, masih semangat nggak?
Kak.
Bahas teks,
Asik, Kak.
teks panjang ya.
Semangat.
Oke. Ini sebetulnya aku juga baru baca banget teksnya, jadi kita diskusi aja ya. Okay, let's discuss number 2. Ini teks kedua ini tentang, bisa langsung ketahuan ya, ini tentang apa ya? Tentang apa?
Ebola.
Ebola virus. Ini udah muncul banyak ternyata tuh ya, Ebola virus. Berarti langsung kita ke pertanyaannya. How are ideas in paragraphs 1 and 2 related? Bagaimana gagasan atau ide dari paragraf 1 dan paragraf 2 ini berkesinambungan? Berarti kita hanya cukup membaca paragraf 1 dan juga paragraf 2. Aku bacakan ya karena sedikit. There have been amazing world-breaking scientific advances. However, the dark cloud on the horizon is the emerging Ebola epidemic in West Africa and the warning undercurrent that comes with it. At the time of writing, at least 7,000 people have been infected and half of those have died. The CDC in America also estimate that because the level of reporting is so poor, the numbers can, in all likelihood, be doubled or even tripled. And because the rates of infection appear to be growing exponentially, tens of thousands or even millions might ultimately be affected. To put the scale, nah kalau tadi yang pertama tuh angka-angka kematian, angka terinfeksi, nah paragraf kedua dia sepertinya menyediakan solusi nih. To put the scale of the present situation into perspective, since the first recorded case of Ebola in the Democratic Republic of Congo 88 years ago, there have been fewer than 2,500 deaths documented in total. Oh, ternyata ini ada datanya. So this single present outbreak is already 3 times larger than the entire Ebola death toll ever. It's also no longer just an African problem. The West has had its own wake-up call this week as the US and Spain, countries previously regarded as immune to the threat thanks to modern medicine, have reported imported cases of the condition, and despite strict infection control guidelines and practices, onward transmissions of Ebola on their home soil. Ternyata ini masih datanya tentang perkembangan Ebola. Berarti bagaimana mereka berkesinambungan nih antara paragraf 1 and also paragraf 2? Apakah A, paragraphs 1 and 2 highlight the horror of Ebola outbreak? Atau B, paragraph 1 kontradiktif nih dengan the explanation of Ebola in paragraph 2? Enggak ya. Paragraph 1 and 2 argue Ebola can be prevented with the latest vaccines. Tidak berbicara tentang ini juga. Paragraph 1 states the causes of Ebola and paragraph 2 explains the effects. Atau yang E, paragraph 1 defines an epidemic disease and paragraph 2 gives the example. Yang mana? Berarti A atau E? Yang A atau yang E?
Kak.
Yang I ya. Paragraph 1 defines an epidemic disease and paragraph 2 gives the examples. Oke, kita lihat dulu. Oke. kita ke nomor berikutnya. Oke, kita baca dulu soalnya sebentar ya. How does the idea in sentence 6, others are designed to wait until your child is engaged in a game or storyline and demand payment before they can go any further, relate to other ideas in paragraph 2. Nah, di sini kita nggak bisa langsung menuju ke sentence 6. Kita harus tahu dulu background-nya. Berarti kita baca minimal 2 paragraf dari teks ini. Ada yang coba baca?
Dari paragraf berapa, Kak?
Paragraf 1 dan paragraf 2.
The applications, game, and websites that are promoted as educational are not always the best ones for supporting learning. The fact that they are interactive doesn't necessarily mean that they are much better than an old-fashioned workbook with its right and wrong answer. Children may enjoy these products for a while, but then get a bit bored, and we know that there are not the most appropriate or engaging way to learn. Treat so-called free apps with caution. Some will expose your child to at first. Others are designed to wait until your child is engaged in the game or storyline and they demand payment before they can go any further. This can lead to frustration as young children doesn't understand why they can't continue. Sometimes it's better to make a small payment up front if the app promises no further purchase. However, the CBB's Playtime and CBB Storytime apps are free to download and completely free to at first or in app purchase.
Okay, so what does this text tell us about? Jadi teks ini tentang apa sih?
Tentang game yang berbayar gitu ya?
Betul, tentang applications, games yang ternyata kalau anak-anak itu kan biasanya butuh engagement dulu nih. Pada saat mereka lihat handphone, entah mereka ada di Play Store atau di game, kan biasanya sering muncul tuh iklan yang menarik perhatian mereka. Terus ternyata pas mereka klik, mereka demand payment. Mereka dituntut untuk bayar. Dan itu untuk psikologis anak kecil, pasti mereka karena sudah terengage dengan game itu, pasti mereka pengen dong gimana pun caranya mainin game tersebut. Nah, this can lead to frustration as young children don't understand why they can't continue. Oke, jadi yang ditanya apa sih tadi? Bagaimana the idea in sentence 6, kalimat yang ini nih, others are designed to wait until your child is engaged in a game or storyline and then demand payment before they can go any further, relate to other ideas in paragraph 2. Nah, kita lihat. Di sentence setelah others are designed sampai yang akhir nih. Nah, ini itu menjelaskan tentang apanya sih kalimat sebelumnya. This can lead frustration. Sometimes it's better to make a small payment. However, the CBBs ini aplikasinya atau gamenya deh kayaknya ini namanya. Oke, kita lihat apakah yang A, sentence 6 elaborates the other ideas in paragraph 2. Apakah B, sentence 6, kalimat kanan yang tadi itu adalah result, hasil akhir dari ide-ide di paragraph 2. Apakah C, sentence 6 ini strongly contradicts the other ideas in paragraph 2? Atau D, sentence 6 is the implementation of the theory discussed in paragraph 2. Atau yang E, sentence 6 provides another type of free applications discussed in paragraph 2. Which one? Which one? Kalimat ke-6, either designed to wait until your child engage in a game or storyline and then demand payment before they can go any further. Tersebab itu bisa menyebabkan frustration as young children, atau bisa juga nih ada contohnya, however, si baby's playtime, story time. Yang mana guys, menurut kalian? Elaborate, menjelaskan. Result, hasil dari idea-idea yang paragraf 2, strongly contradicts dari ide-ide di paragraf 2, atau implementation dari teori-teori yang ada di setelahnya tuh, atau provides another type of free. Which one?
Lebih ke menjelaskan nggak sih, Kak?
Elaborates. Yes, the answer is A. Sentence 6 elaborates the other ideas in paragraph 2. Okay, let's continue. Oh, ternyata sudah semua ya? Oh, satu nomor lagi. Nomor 9. How is the last sentence of paragraph 3 related to paragraph 4? Waktunya tinggal 10 menit lagi, kita baca dari paragraf pertama sampai paragraf keempat deh. Ada yang mau bantu membaca? Tadi siapa yang sudah membaca namanya ya?
Fadel, Kak.
Abel?
Fadel.
Oh, Fadel.
Ya.
Oke. Yang lainnya, ada yang bisa bantu aku membaca paragraf 1 sampai paragraf 4?
Saya, Miss.
Saya, Kak.
Tadi
Boleh.
siapa tuh yang
Ya,
saya
silakan.
duluan? Tadi siapa yang saya duluan?
Saya, Miss.
Siapa namanya?
Carlos.
Farel?
Carlos.
Carlo. Carlo dari mana, Carlo?
Depok.
Depok. Oh, oke.
Iya.
Di sini tuh nggak hanya Pulau Jawa ya? Ada yang dari luar Pulau Jawa?
Iya, Kak, saya NTB.
Wow, sudah jam berapa sekarang berarti? Di sana sudah jam berapa, guys?
Di NTB udah jam 6.
Oh, sudah jam 6.
Di sini udah jam 6:20, Kak.
Wow. Oke, oke. Oke, Carlo. Bantu aku baca ya.
Oke, Miss. Dari paragraf 1, Miss.
Betul, sampai paragraf 4.
Before engineers dream of eliminating driver in cars, they imagine eliminating the side mirror. Now, a long-sought solution look closer to fine alloy stripping cars.
So finally, itu kayaknya typo deh. Itu mistype deh.
Finally. Okay, Miss. Finally, stripping cars of side mirrors. Many automakers demonstrate video systems that replace the Mickey Mouse ears with camera. Continental, a major part and system supplier to automakers, was one of them. In a customized Mercedes-Benz CLS, Continental demonstrates how OTS system would work. Thumb side video camera on the exterior of the car replace the side-mounted mirror and use interior screen on the left and right side of the dashboard to deliver view of what is next to and behind the car. The screens are near where a driver would normally look to check a mirror, and the camera views are wider than what a physical mirror can provide, eliminating blind spots along the side of the car. The cameras, which can automatically adjust to reduce glare from sunlight or increase brightness at night, are also helpful in tight parking spots. Technology suppliers hope that regulation requiring old-fashioned physical mirrors will be amended. Philip Hoffman, BMW's project manager for camera monitor system, expected to begin world testing of the mirrorless system in Europe this year, quickly followed by the additional testing in Asia. He remains hopeful that the United States will follow soon. He may have a good reason.
Satu lagi
Oh
ya?
yeah,
Satu lagi ya?
satu lagi nih. He may have a good reason to be optimistic. Daimler AG, parent company of Mercedes-Benz, is already testing a couple of autonomous tractor trailers in Nevada that use large high-definition screen instead of side mirrors. Also, BMW recently received an exception from the Transportation Department in the US to allow it to deploy an automatic parking feature that enables a BMW 7 Series car to park itself while the driver stands on the curb. It is a feature the company demonstrated only a year ago.
Okay, thank you so much, Carlo, for helping me to read this text. Oke, guys, jadi teks ini tuh tentang apa sih?
Tentang side mirror yang digital gitu.
Betul, tentang side mirrors. Ini physical appearance dari sebuah produk ya, terutama di mirrorsnya ya tadi ya. Tentang old fashioned physical mirrors dan juga yang the newest deh kayaknya nih physical mirrors. Oke, langsung kita lihat pertanyaannya. How is the last sentence of paragraph 3 related to paragraph 4? Nah, the last sentence of paragraph 3 itu berbunyi, he remained hopeful that the United States follow soon. Siapa yang remain hopeful, yang berharap bahwa United States akan mengikuti? Philip Hoffman. Nah, kemudian paragraf 4-nya berbicara tentang apa? Tentang reason to be optimistic. He may have a good reason to be optimistic. Daimler AG, parent company of Mercedes-Benz, is already testing a couple autonomous. Oke, itu penjelasannya. So, which one is the answer? Paragraph 4 explicits continental sense of optimism provided in the last sentence of paragraph 3. B, the sentence states Philip Hoffman's idea about eliminating drivers in cars, and the following paragraph elaborates the idea. No. The last sentence of paragraph 3 describes the regulation and implementing, provides example to support the idea about them mentioned in the previous sentence. The sentence discussed. Which one? Yang mana menurut kalian? A atau E atau B atau C atau D?
E.
The sentence discusses the possibility for the technology to be implemented in the US, and the following paragraph explain the reasons for the possibility. Apakah yang itu?
Yes.
Yes, Miss.
Berarti yang iya, karena dia menjabarkan tentang reasons for the possibility.
For the technology.
For the possibility. Betul. So, okay guys, itu tadi 10 nomor tentang topik dan idea, purpose, dan juga related paragraph. Semoga penjelasannya jelas ya.
Jelas,
Miss.
Terima kasih, Kak.
Jelas, Kak.
Okay, so you're welcome. So I think this is the end of our lesson. We will continue the discussion in the next meeting on Tuesday berarti ya. Guys, on Tuesday nggak sih? Setiap hari Selasa ya, kalau bahasa Inggris ya? Iya nggak?
Iya, kayaknya.
Iya.
Biasanya, Miss.
Okay. Any questions? Ada pertanyaan?
No.
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 Oke, jika sudah tidak ada pertanyaan, aku kembalikan ke tadi siapa ya?
Kak
Ada
Reza.
MC-nya ya?
Iya. Kak Eza.
Kak Eza.
Reza.
Reza.
Kak Eza atau Reza?
Ini aku leave aja atau seperti apa? Kak Eza? Masih ada Kak Eza? Oke guys, kayaknya kita sama-sama tutup kali ya.
Iya, Miss.
Ya, Miss.
Yeah, Miss.
Bye-bye, see you in the next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Thank you, Miss.
wabarakatuh. Thank you, Miss.
Miss, see you next
Good day.
time, Miss.
Welcome.